How tense or intense was this game?
It was a really intense game, I think, from start to finish. I think a lot of it was, they had a great crowd here. We knew that, expected to have that, and just how we were going to respond, and kind of keep the crowd out of the game. I think they stayed in the game for most of it just because it was so back and forth. Credit to a really good Vermont team. I mean, obviously they've won over 20 games the last couple of years. They won the championship last year, was the runner-up in their championship game, and I think they really pushed us to the brink today. I think for us, there were some things we didn't execute, which is why we didn't come out, on top the way we wanted to. And I think that we fought, we scrapped, we battled, which is what you want. But in the end, it came down, to the little things that we didn't get done.
What were some of those little things?
The rebounding was huge. Yeah, rebounding. I think we gave up too many offensive rebounds, especially on free throw box outs. For us, with the assignments of our rotations with the trap, I think we could have done a better job with that. And the fouling period, just making, just a lot of fouls. They went to the line, I believe, 32 times, maybe 33 times. And that's way too many times to put somebody at the line, especially on their home court.
The second quarter, again, the shooting woes. What did Vermont do to kind of take your team's game, kind of throw it off balance offensively?
They play the pack line, so they do pack it in. And I think we weren't being patient with being able to change sides of the floor with the ball. So we were trying to really drive it in when there weren't really lanes, or we were settling for jump shots instead of really making them work from side to side.
Now, your team took a step further, went to the second round of WNIT. You've got a postseason game. What do you want your returning players to take from this run and bring back to next year to build on?
We want them to take it even further and to understand the work that it takes and how hard it was for us to get to this point. And now understanding that, for us to hang a championship banner, it is going to come down to the little things that we do every single day. When we get back here for summer school, what's that going to look like? Are we going to put the time in? Are we going to do the extra throughout the entire season and not just kind of in pieces? So I think they understand what it takes, how hard it is, and now it's just kind of taking it even further for us to be able to, win that MAAC championship and go to NCAAs.
And with Angel coming in 5 years ago, talked about her before, but what place does she leave the program in, and how do her teammates?
She is definitely leaving it better than what she found it, and that's something that you talk about when you're leaving a legacy, a very positive legacy on her part. The work she put in every single day, the unselfishness. There's so many things behind the scenes that she was able to do for us that you don't get to see out in the open, and what she did for her teammates. But when you come into a program that hasn't had a winning season in maybe 15 years, I think at that point when she came, it makes it even better knowing that when you leave, back-to-back great seasons of postseason play. And I think she knows that the women that are coming back are standing on her shoulders now to take this even further.
What are some of your off-season goals now?
Off-season goals now, honestly, we're going to have to evaluate a lot of things. There's, you look at the whole program scope because we didn't accomplish the goals that we wanted to. And yes, it's great to come to, the NIT, but our goal was to win a championship. So now you really have to look and see, do we have all the things that we need, to be successful? And I'm not talking about from administratively or anything like that. It's more about within the program and, the young women that we have, are they going to be ready to take that next step? Because those are tough conversations that have to be had, after the season. So when we get back in June, obviously we're going to have conversations in the next week or so when we would get back with the returners, and then, look to get recruiting, and bringing some more people in that are going to add a lot of value. But it's going to take a little bit more work than what we did last year. And what that looks like, I can't say specifically right now, but I know it when I see it.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All the coverage this year. Couldn't thank you enough. It means a lot to the program to put us in a positive light as far as being one of the better teams in Western New York now, which is great. So thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.